Hi guys, welcome to Hoops Junction. Team USA pulled it out against Spain, defeating them 82-76. And although they didn't pull away or have any huge spurts, I think the biggest lead was 13. I think this was one of their best games because they came up against adversity and they prevailed. But not only did they play through adversity, they played together more cohesively. Nobody really got it going tonight, but I think that you really got to show. No, only one player got going was Klay Thompson, and DeAndre Jordan held it down. Like, he was the glue guy. He had 9 points, 16 rebounds, and 4 blocks, which is very impressive. He was active, and that's what they need. And I feel like Coach K is selling the team short by not playing Draymond Green a lot more, and not playing Paul George and Jimmy Butler a lot more. A lot of the guys that are two-way players that can affect the game, they're not getting burned. And that's kind of why the U.S. has been suffering on the offensive end. Because they don't have those guys like Draymond Green throwing those nice lobs, or Jimmy Butler or Paul George really locking people up. They bring them in here and there with the second unit, but they don't keep them in for a long periods of time. But DeAndre Jordan had a huge game. And Klay Thompson, to me, DeAndre Jordan and Klay Thompson got to split that game ball. Klay Thompson had a huge game. He had 22 points. He was 4 for 8 from 3. He was knocking down his open shots, and that's one of the key things you got to understand in the game of basketball. You want to play a game of basketball, you want to play at a high level, play on a team, be able to knock down your open shots, because that's key. And Klay Thompson knocked down those open shots, and he did what he had to do. He had some great assists, which were great lobs to DeAndre Jordan. His chemistry with DeAndre Jordan was awesome. It was really, really awesome. And Klay, man, it's crazy because he's already great, or he's already good, or whatever the case whatever you want to call him, but he's just growing and growing and growing. And this upcoming season with him, Kevin Durant, and Stephen Curry is going to be amazing, because Klay Thompson is just getting better, just like Curry's getting better, and just like Durant's getting better. Speaking of Durant, the usual suspects like Kyrie Irving, Durant, and Melo, they struggled mightily. And it's kind of weird to see a team with that kind of firepower, those guys struggle. It doesn't, and they should never ever struggle ever. But I guess it's the style of play. Maybe it was the frustration during the game, because there was so many technical fouls called. It was surprising. I've never really seen it in international play, all these technical fouls, because most of these guys speak different languages. So, I mean, they can say something in Spanish, or they can say something in French, whatever, and you would think the referees wouldn't catch it, but they were on it, giving technicals left and right. But I don't know, maybe it's the setting that's getting to them. Maybe they're just like partying too much, because if you look at these guys on social media, they're all over Instagram, Snapchat. They're like at the beach. They're playing volleyball. They're visiting statues. Carmelo was in the hood. He was like drinking a Corona and sitting on the little plastic chair. So maybe they're just letting the experience overtake the game. And I think that's what it could possibly be, because I don't think they understand, like, okay, you're here to win the gold medal. Once you win the gold medal, you can go party. But for now, it's just all gold medal time, baby. Like, that's all you need to focus on. And I feel like they kind of lost a little focus along the way. But it is what it is. They won the game. It wasn't, like, pretty or anything. But these are the kind of games I like to watch. I like to watch close games. I like to watch, even if it's not close, like somewhat of a competition. And I feel like Spain brought that. Pau Gasol, he did his thing, man. He had over 20 points. He had like 6 rebounds. He was giving Americans fits. He was doozing on DeMarcus Cousins, and DeAndre Jordan wasn't having it, but he still had made some plays on him. He got a lot of putbacks, and he hit a couple threes. So, and he recognized the way they were going to play him, and he prepared to make threes. I think he made like 2 or 3 three-pointers. So that was really good to see, and it was a good game. I think the number one thing that the U.S. has to understand is this. And I was saying it the entire time watching the game. You cannot allow all these old men to compete with you guys, because these guys are like in their 20s, mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s. Spain has a whole bunch of 34-year-olds, 36-year-olds. They said there was a guy that had been playing since 2000 or whatever. I'm like, you cannot let that guy, his name was Navarro, you cannot let that guy get in the paint like that, man. So I think next game they're going to be a lot more physical. I think that they're going to play other guys more. Coach K needs to get everybody minutes. Like, he just needs to say, okay, F it, I'm going to get everybody minutes. Because I feel like they play a lot better when they're shuffling the rotation. When there's only a couple guys playing and they get in foul trouble, that's when they get in trouble, because they have to bring in guys that have no rhythm, like a Draymond Green or a Butler, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get these guys some rhythm. You got to get them some touches. So I'm looking forward to this gold medal game. It's either Australia and Serbia, and they both kind of played U.S. kind of tough or whatever. So I think it's going to be another good game. Like, this game was actually a game. Like, it wasn't like a 20, 30-point blowout or none of that. It was a good, solid game, physical on both sides. Tensions were rising, and the United States prevailed. And you really got to just give it up to Klay Thompson and DeAndre Jordan. And if DeAndre Jordan can learn how to play like this with the Clippers, then for the Clippers, the sky's the limit for them. I think they're golden, but he doesn't necessarily. The motor is not there during the regular season half the time. I don't know if it has something to do with Blake or anything, but we'll see in the regular season. But the United States advances. We're gonna see what they do. Let's see if they get that gold medal. I'm thinking they will. I think this game is tuning them up for tough defense, zone, strategy. There's all kind of things in this game that pretty much showed them, like, okay, these guys aren't playing with us. We got to step up our game. Let's stop playing with them. This is Vlad from Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Peace.